Hello everyone, welcome to DTBTV. So, as uh, as I've been saying for most of the day, I've been watching Sky Sports News for quite a lot of the day actually. With me being in isolation, I've got a bit of time on my hands, but it feels a bit different. If I'm going to be honest with you, it feels a bit different this time in regards to what I think that we are going to spend in January, and I think it'll go back to it being what I said in my video on YouTube this morning. It'll go down to the fact of COVID because just speaking now to some of the fans on the group that are saying, well, are you now finally admitting that we need players? But listen, the squad, I believe the squad is good enough. The squad has always been good enough to win the league and win the European Cup. We've said that from day one. We ain't suffering now as a squad because of injuries. We've lost Van Dijk, we've lost Allison, we lost Matip, we've lost, you know, even Jurgen Klopp on the touchline. It's not because of squad depth that this, that we ain't able to compete against Man City. Let's not forget they've had a little bit of a rub of the green. They've hardly had any players out, Manchester City, through COVID, which I believe is another few brown paper bags to the COVID testing team, because it's a bit weird how they're one of the only clubs that's rarely having COVID positives, which is just one of them, innit? But then they go and get the fact that they could play 2 games before we next played. I mean, that psychologically put them into a massive advantage. I mean, this isn't just excuses, but we ain't 11 points behind Manchester City because they've blown us away. We've got 2 games in hand. We've got 2 games in hand. This is what does my head in. The squad is still good enough to win the league, but what we've got to take into consideration, which is a game changer, which it's made me change my mind in the January transfer window, is we now need a bigger squad, not because we haven't got a good enough squad to win the league, but because of COVID. Because of COVID, we might need to add an extra 4 or 5 players now until this COVID goes away, which looks like it's not going to be any time soon, is it? So what I'm saying is, I'm saying we need to dive into the transfer market because of COVID, because we can't afford to have Mane get it. I mean, we don't even know if Mane and people are going on about the African Cup of Nations, saying, "Oh, we're going to lose Mane and Salah for a month." Who's to say that Mane and Salah won't come back with COVID, and then they're out for another week or two? They might have to self-isolate. This COVID is a game changer, right? So what we've got to do is, if it means bringing back Philip Coutinho just to add to the midfield, who, let's not forget, knows the club inside out, knows Klopp's system, knows how to play in it. We don't score any goals from set pieces, so he adds a set piece specialist to it. Yeah, I'm hearing he's favourite to go to Villa. Okay, which I can understand because of Steven Gerrard, but it's only on loan. I mean, someone just said, "Nah, he's on 300 grand a week. We won't pay it." Who's saying we're going to pay 300 grand a week? We don't need to pay 300 grand a week. We could pay him 150 grand a week and Barca pay the rest. Barca are trying to offload Coutinho to free up the fee to sign Torres, right? Ferran Torres. They've bought him, but they need to still free up the wage bill. So it's a game of chess now. COVID is a game of chess. You need to be able to have your best team out every week, but if there is 2 or 3 of your team out because of COVID, you need the next pieces to come on the table to be good enough. And at the moment, with COVID, do you know what's so frustrating? We finished 3rd last season because of shocking injuries. We then go and get Canate. We start absolutely brilliant in the league campaign, and we are losing players because of COVID, not because of injuries. And it's so frustrating. Do you know what's going to be so frustrating when Klopp leaves Liverpool? I don't want to be sitting here doing a video going, we should have won a flipping shitloads more. And it's always gone down to the World Club Cup when we had to field an under-23 side against Villa. So we threw that. I mean, Shrewsbury game won't be cancelled this Sunday. And do you know why? Because he'll just send the 23s out. Because we beat Shrewsbury last time with the 23s. On Sunday, it will be the under-23s with probably a couple of first-team players. And that's why they won't cancel the Shrewsbury game. But it's possible we could go out the FA Cup. So it's another trophy gone. The amount of trophies that we have had to throw because of things not working out for us, like draws. Manchester City have had absolute shocking FA Cup and Carling Cup and Carabao Cup or whatever it's bloody called draws from the minute Pep Guardiola took over. Again this weekend, they're at Swindon, I think. You know, and all right, we got Shrewsbury. That's probably the first time really we've had a good FA Cup draw in the next round. But the point is this. We have to go into the market. Yeah, I've changed my tune. I've changed my tune because of COVID. I'm sat here now in isolation my fucking self. You know, Klopp's not here. Pep Linders has got it. You know, this is a game changer. We can't rely now on the players being fit anymore because it doesn't matter because they do these bloody lateral flow tests or the other ones they do and they're out. So the point is this now. It's not me changing my belief because my belief is always in Klopp we trust and it always is in the squad that we've got is capable of winning everything because they have before and we've added Canate and Thiago to that so and Jota. So I said this question and this is how fickle some of our fans are. A few weeks ago when we were winning everything, winning the league, winning the Champions League group by a country mile, winning every game in the league, everybody's raving about it. And I said, is this a better squad than when we won the 4 trophies? And but most 90% of our fans said yes, because you've added Canate, Thiago, and you've added Jota to it, right? So, and Costas. So, this squad is still good enough to win the league, and everybody's saying Chelsea are cream, that Man City are cream in the league. Man City have played 2 more games than us. That's why they're cream in the league. Soon as we go and win them 2 games in hand, which we will, it's down to 5 points. So they're not cream in the league. We've still got to play Man City, beat them. It's 2 points. And it frustrates me, and that's why I've had a couple of weeks off this group, because I've been reading it all, and I think, I can't be asked to go on there, because I'll just argue with all of them. You've got to understand that football can change quickly, right? Watch Newcastle United now. They signed Kieran Trippier today. They'll go and get a Aubameyang. Right, they're after flipping this kid from France that's taking it by storm, Martins or whatever his name is. They're going to go and get probably what's his name from oh god, who's it they're after? They want Joe Gomez, but they're after another centre back. I think it's Nathan Ake and that from Man City and stuff like that. But my point is, watch Newcastle now. They'll go on a run and they'll probably finish mid-table. I mean, here's a classic example. It's never over until it's over. I've been keeping an eye on Derby County over the last 2, 3, 4 games. It's outstanding. Wayne Rooney, what, the minus 22 points, and they're literally now on 7 points. And it goes to show that it's never over in football until it's over. And for those that keep talking about we need to go and sign 4, 5, 6 players now to catch Man City, it's got nothing to do with it. This is roulette now, medical roulette. And as usual, Manchester City, just like the roulette with what cup draw you get, they always get the easy ones. When they played Swansea once in the FA Cup, they should have gone out because 2 of their goals are clearly offside. VAR wasn't being used in the Championship then. What I mean is they've always had the rub of the green, Man City. And I'm telling you this, and I still believe it. On paper, 1 to 11, we are better than Man City. The difference is they have 3 11s. They can put 3 different teams out. So we've always known that, but we keep a tight squad. So what I'm saying is, and I'm sick to death of arguing with fans about this, right? Stop blaming FSG for a lack of activity in the market. The bloody money is there and has always been there. Jurgen Klopp doesn't do what Man United have done for the last decade, which is just blow money for the sake of blowing it. If he wants Canate, he waits for Canate. If he wants Sadio Mane, he waits for Sadio Mane. If he wants Virgil van Dijk, he waits for Virgil van Dijk. He does not just go, stuff it, I've got 50 million burning a hole in my fucking pocket, just go and buy Donny van der Beek so we can sit on my bench for 10 minutes a season. Because that's what Man United have done. Man United have then gone and spent 70 million on Jadon Sancho. Then they've gone and spent 40 million on Van der Beek. That's 110 million layout. With that 110 million, Jurgen Klopp has bought Bobby Firmino, Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, Andrew Robertson, and Thiago, more or less. What does that tell you? We don't need to panic. But I have watched a lot of transfer windows, and I'm stupid sometimes because I know that Liverpool ain't going to sign anyone. But I guarantee you this, right? This is different. This is different this time because of COVID. Liverpool are not stupid. They're the best in the transfer market over the last 5 years in the Premier League, easily. They know that COVID is a game changer, and now I'm hearing that a bid is coming in for Nico Williams. We sell him, and because he's a homegrown player, isn't he? And then we'll sell Nat Phillips. Someone's just bid 7 million for him. I think it was Burnley or no, no, foreign Italian side. If that gets doubled, yeah, FSG will probably say, I tell you what, Klopp, there's 40 million. Sell them two. There's another 20, another 40. Go and get yourself two players for 35, 40 million each. That's all we spend. Ibrahima Konate is 21 years old. We got him for £30 million, right? Harry Maguire isn't even fit to lace his boots and costs 80 million. So, don't be expecting Liverpool to spend 80, 90. I know this Chiesa, I mean, I'm hearing from people I know at work at the club that that bid did actually happen. Chiesa was a £100 million bid, 100 million euro. And it didn't get accepted. But Klopp will wait for Chiesa. He'll wait the following year. Dembele, I know he likes Dembele from Barcelona. If Coutinho is prepared to come back on loan to the end of the season, that is a no-brainer. An absolute no-brainer. He will slot straight into the central three in the midfield. He will work hard. He's dynamic on the ball. He can score free kicks. No-brainer. So all I'm saying is I want us to sign players. And if we're linked with players, enjoy the link. Enjoy the transfer window. Don't just go onto the site and go, oh, what's the point? We're not going to sign. It's depressing, right? If we don't sign anyone, it is not for a lack of trying. It's because it isn't the right player for Liverpool. Do you want to be like Man United fans, which is get excited about every single signing that they make and then they turn out to be absolutely shit? I don't. Because one thing I do know, if we bring a player in, within 12 to 18 months, he'll be a world beater and his value will be tripled because we have the best attacking coach on the planet and the best coaching team on the planet in making players from average or decent or brilliant to world class. And that's what I'm going to say. You'll never walk alone.